If they reach out to me, I would definitely consider speaking to them and talking to them. I don't want that in my gym either. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would love to, man. You know, man, because those are challenges for me too.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia has expressed his keen interest in coaching Errol Spence for his upcoming bout. Garcia believes he could offer valuable assistance to Spence, who, at 33, could benefit from training alongside Mexican fighters at his gym. Rumors abound that Spence, the former unified welterweight champion with a record of 28-1 and 22 knockouts, has recently parted ways with his longtime coach, Derek James, following his loss to Terrence Crawford last year.
Look at Maidana. Maidana came to me after a loss, and he didn't want to fight anymore. But you know, he gave us that opportunity and started working. The first few weeks were fucking miserable for him. He didn't even want to be part of my gym anymore because he wanted to retire. But little by little, we started. You know, we had guys like Brandon, like Mike. Maybe Spence needs something like that.
Spence is reportedly being considered as one of the options for WBC and WBO junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora's next opponent. However, if Spence were to face the 6 feet 5 inches Fundora, he would need to shed some weight as he appears to be carrying extra pounds at the moment. It would be prudent for Spence to initiate his weight loss regimen before diving into training camp to maximize his preparation time for skill development rather than focusing solely on shedding pounds.
He already has a great style. He was pound for pound one of the best in the world, man. So it's just little touches, you know. Honestly, it would be a challenge for me too. I wouldn't mind. It would be a good challenge for me.
Why not?
I'm open for it. If I hear from them, I would love to talk to them and put something together. Why not, man? You know, I have a team too, but I'll talk to my team and everything. But you know, why not?
With his wealth of experience and training, Garcia believes he could introduce Spence to new techniques and strategies necessary for a potential bout against Fundora or any other fighter in the 154-pound category. Given Fundora's recent victories over Tim Tszyu and Erickson Lubin in 2022, it's evident that he poses a significant challenge, underscoring the importance for Spence to have the best possible preparation under the guidance of an experienced trainer like Garcia.
I think for this fight, Fury gonna have to box. He can't stand there because his eye is not healed yet. He's still in, his eye is still under the eye, is still cut.
Boxing veteran Derek Chisora suggests that WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury may find himself facing IBF, WBA, and WBO champion Oleksandr Usyk on May 18th due to Fury's ongoing recovery from an injured right eye. This anticipated matchup in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, raises concerns about Fury's vulnerability, with Usyk poised to exploit any weakness, likened to a predatory shark. Chisora emphasizes the importance of Fury's agility against Usyk's precision, with the latter expected to target Fury's recent eye injury aggressively. The possibility of a brutal encounter is acknowledged, with Chisora predicting a potential bloodbath should Usyk succeed in opening Fury's eye.
I know Usyk gonna be training to get that eye, to open the eye up, and it's gonna be a bloodbath.
However, historical precedent suggests that Fury's popularity might prevent an early stoppage due to a cut, as seen in his fight against Otto Wallin in 2019. Concerns arise about Fury's ability to cope if his injury resurfaces during the bout, particularly against Usyk's speed and sharpshooting prowess. Fury's potential response, turning the match into a grappling affair reminiscent of Greco-Roman wrestling, is speculated upon, fueled by recent sparring footage showing him employing such tactics. The recent sparring video in which Fury supposedly was cut shows him holding onto his opponent, clubbing him with shots one after another. The sparring partner looked less than happy with Fury's holding and hitting, and he nailed him with a perfectly placed elbow to the head. Whether Fury will resort to similar tactics against Usyk remains uncertain, but it's acknowledged that Fury's chances of outboxing Usyk are slim due to his slower pace. Gervonta Tank Davis has informed his followers that he'll be defending his secondary WBA lightweight title against Frank Martin on June 22nd in Houston at the Toyota Center. That's an interesting location for the Baltimore native Tank Davis's fight, given that he's not from Texas and neither is number 2 WBA Detroit. Michigan native the Ghost Martin, 18-0, 12 KOs. Martin is a robotic, muscle-bound type of fighter and gets hit a lot. Like a lot of fighters that have a lot of muscle, Martin is not very fast and is susceptible to getting hit, especially against opposition with good hand speed. Tank's management at PBC likely has someone from Texas that they're going to put on the undercard. There's no word yet about the PPV price for the Tank vs. Martin event on June 22nd. It'll probably be in the $70 plus range, likely close to $80. And for that type of money, hopefully, it has a good undercard. Tank Davis, 29-0, 27 KOs, will return to the ring after a 14-month layoff since his 7th-round knockout win over Ryan Garcia last April. It's a shame Tank is choosing to fight so seldom. At this rate, he'll see action only 5 or 6 more times in his career before he's old and washed. Tank won't get as much out of the time he is left due to the rarity of his competitions. Martin is a safe choice for Tank Davis to fight, as he looked bad in his last fight, struggling to defeat Artem Haryunyan by a 12-round decision last July. That performance was an eye-opener, showing that Martin isn't the fighter that many casual boxing fans had thought he was. On a positive note, the tough time that the Ghost Martin had against Haryunyan opened the door for him to be selected by Tank Davis's management at PBC. If Martin had looked great in that fight, he probably wouldn't be getting this opportunity to face Gervonta. It would have been better if Martin had fought a top 5 contender to earn a title shot against Tank Davis rather than fighting the 33-year-old Haryunyan. No one would complain about Martin getting a title shot against Tank Davis if he'd beaten 2 or 3 of these guys: Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, and Raymond Muratalla.
No disrespect to the main event, because Fundora, great person and 2 great fighters, but 2 versus Rollis was probably the main event. Should have been the main event. I think the whole crowd was there for that fight. It was, the fans, from what I understand, I wasn't there, but everybody was cheering for Pitbull. I think he stole the night.
Renowned coach Robert Garcia asserts that Isaac Pitbull Cruz's showdown against Rolando Raleigh Romero stole the spotlight last Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, overshadowing the main event on PBC's card. Garcia suggests that PBC's organizers might have underestimated the level of anticipation for the Raleigh vs. Cruz bout by scheduling it as an undercard rather than as the headliner. According to Robert, the audience was primarily drawn to Pitbull Cruz, 26-2-1, 18 KOs. And his electrifying 8th-round technical knockout of Raleigh Romero, 15-2 with 13 knockouts, left the crowd roaring with excitement. In the headline bout, Sebastian Fundora managed to dethrone WBO junior middleweight champion Tim Tszyu, but the match failed to generate the same level of excitement as the Cruz vs. Raleigh co-feature.
Pitbull, even to Devin Haney, I don't think Devin Haney will have an easy fight against Pitbull. But I think he could control with his jab, with his good boxing skills, his reach, and pull off maybe a decision.
Garcia envisions an intriguing matchup for Pitbull against either Matias or Teofimo.
I think with the rest of the guys, I could probably say they're 50-50 fights. I think Matias, even though he's got tremendous power, Pitbull has tremendous chin. He'll take a good punch, and he's just so aggressive, throws so many punches from different angles that is not good. I'd say those are 50-50 fights, even against Teofimo.
Noting that Teofimo, known for his aggressive style, would likely engage in a slugfest with Pitbull, whereas Devin Haney, on the other hand, might adopt a more cautious strategy involving evasion, jabs, and clinches.
I love Teofimo. He's great skills. I still think Pitbull versus Teofimo be a great fight. I think that's probably the best one I would want to see, better than anybody else. And Pitbull also, he's dangerous. He keeps coming. Maybe he doesn't have the same power that Matias has, but he just keeps coming, and he's chopping you down, round by round until you're out.
Subscribe. Please like and comment. This is very important for the development of the channel. See you later.